Welcome to episode number 3 of Over 55 WTF Now. My name is Tony Cincotta, and I'll tell you what, today we got a good show. If it wasn't good, why the heck would I do it? Today's topic, trying to be cool and how exhausting it is. Because if you grew up in the 80s, you remember the pressure. Not social media pressure. Real pressure. We're going to take you back to what it was back then and what it is today to be cool. Back then, cool meant a members only jacket. A members only jacket. You had the spot built sneakers. And hopefully, you stopped wearing underoos. Underoos before your first sleepover. Hopefully you didn't bring them to the sleepover. We all love the underoos, but there's a time and a place for everything. And if you miss that window, boom, childhood is over. Now girls, they had it worse. They had hair so big it violated FAA regulations. And then there was the acid wash jeans, the leg warmers, and the eyeliner thick enough to survive a hurricane. Now you take that and you fast forward to over 55. And the question isn't what's cool anymore. It's why are we trying so damn hard to be cool? And yes, I'm still the guy with $19 beers and the vodka weight loss plan, which still works, except now they charge $27 for a drink. WTF. I mean, $27. I could have bought a members only jacket and regretted it again. But I'm telling you what. We try to be cool. We try to go to our concerts. And there's one helpful ingredient. It's sneaking those nips in, right? So I'm at a concert. I'm standing in that never-ending drink line. And let's be honest. Nobody's there just for the music anymore. It's sad. Half the crowd is there to prove they were there. You know the line, there's 100 people ahead of you. 100 people ahead of you. And everyone's got their camera, right? Someone's filming the line like it's historic footage. There's kids spilling snacks, phones buzzing like it's part of the show. And I'm like, what am I doing? And I finally order a vodka lemonade. $27. Vodka lemonade. Nice, cool, refreshing drink on a hot summer night. $27. At that price, I almost asked if it came with season tickets here, a selfie with the drummer's cousin. What are we getting for $27? And I remember those whole days, and some not as older as they should be, probably, when you wanted to be cool, and you snuck the vodka in, and you bought yourself a little Coke, right? Coke was $5, $8. Throw in that vodka, you're saving $19. You get them little nips right inside your socks, and you're a genius. You're a genius. Like you're an economic advisor at this point. Except the only problem is I'm not the white tube sock to knee guy. That plan died sometime during Ronald Reagan knocking down a couple jelly beans. So us vertically challenged in the ankle region guys, front of the pants storage works. Front of the pants storage works. Now, inventory management is the key. Ladies always had better systems. Save yourselves. Save us, ladies. Teamwork when it comes to sneaking the little nips of vodka in. Who needs to look cool when you've got ingenuity and vodka? It takes away all the pressures of being cool. But even when you think you found a way to beat the system, save a few dollars, have a little fun, the world still wants their cut. The vendor, right, grabs my drinks, and all of a sudden they flip this iPad towards you. They flip the iPad to me. It's like the Wheel of Fortune, and suddenly I'm not cool anymore. I've got to read this thing. I go to a concert. I want to look cool. I don't have my glasses on. Then I got to get my glasses because I got to see. I got to see what's in front of me. So I put on my glasses. And I'm like, I'm going to be judged at this moment. They put a tab in front of me. It's $108 for everyone's drink. And now, the tip portion is where I feel like I'm being judged. At this point, I'm not buying drinks. I'm making a down payment on regret. I mean, you see it. 50%, 20%, 25%, or custom. And I'm thinking, I just handed you $108. And I'm like shaking my head, trying to think if I'm doing the right things in life. We're friends now. We're friends now. I just gave you $108. I never spoke to this person. We had probably 26 seconds of interaction. They want a tip, and for that money, I want a TED Talk and maybe a compliment. But here's the danger. Here's what to look out for. When you're buzzed, you don't want to look cheap. You want to look cool. So one night, I was feeling good. I was getting cool. And I accidentally tipped $200 one night. $100. I look down at the screen. I see the total price. $108, 4 drinks. I go, WTF? WTF? So we get some small talk going. I tell this lady my issues. She says, don't worry, I'll avoid it. All night long, I'm thinking about this. Like, this lady is going to avoid it. I'm never going to see her again. She's never going to see me again. What are we going to do here? And I couldn't get it out of my mind all night long. I think I was at a Foreigner concert. This was a Foreigner concert. You know, Foreigner's interesting. Great concert. Not a single member of the actual band that started Foreigner was in the band that night. But the music was great. The prices were high. It was a usual night out. So the next morning, I woke up. I pull out the cell phone. I check. And man, she got it done. She got it done. That $200 tip was not on there. I should have tipped her extra for saving me from myself. From myself. Like there's no one to blame but Tony. So moral of the story, if you're going to drink, you're going to have a good time, don't hit custom tip. It seems like a lot of money. Go with the 15%, 20%, 25%. And don't try to look cool. You want to be cool, it gets expensive. It's expensive to be cool, right? And I'll tell you what, like there's stages of being cool. Like Rebel's the ultimate stage of being cool. Like when you want to be a rebel. Like being a rebel when we were growing up is like concert t-shirts, maybe the guy that sold a little weed down the hall. Those were the, rebels. Now, some people think they're rebels today, but really, they're just trying to look cool. Like, this is actually happens. Like, this ain't a made-up bit. Like the people who live in these big cities, and the commute to work is hell, right? And you could get stuck for hours. You're going to be late. You're going to have to explain it to your boss. So you go, I'm going to get in that HOV lane, but I'm driving to work and I'm by myself. But I've got a plan. I've got a plan. I go into my garage and I get out the mannequin that I got from Sears when they closed down. And they put the mannequin in their passenger seat so they can use that HOV lane. The mannequin, they go all in. They put a hat on it, sunglasses. The mannequin has its seatbelt on, gotta conform. And I'm like, I don't know if anyone's buying it. And if that ever was on a Cops episode, I would not change the channel. I'd be all in on watching this. Well, you're going through this whole facade. There's actually a mom with 3 kids behind you, stuck, while you're carpooling Plastic Ken. If your passenger doesn't blink, he doesn't qualify. That's not rebellion. That's insecurity with seatbelts. I mean, come on, man. We can go too far. Now, knowing your limits is actually the new cool. When people hear cool, right? A lot of us think of motorcycles. I always thought it would be cool to be on a motorcycle, leather jacket, sunglasses, being an outlaw. But me, I know my limitations. I can barely drive my car. I'm texting. I got snacks. I actually, in my car, have the NFL Red Zone on. There's 15 NFL games. I'm heading to a golf tournament. I'm looking up the scorecard and to see what each hole in the distance. You put that on a motorcycle. You're going to put that on a motorcycle? No thanks. I know how it ends. It doesn't end well. I mean, I need a step stool to reach the top shelf in my kitchen. If I can't reach the Cheerios, I shouldn't be doing 70 miles an hour on a Harley. My rebellion now is more like the e-bike. Get the little basket, snacks, 0 lawsuits. I'm knowing what to do at 55 plus. That's the real cool. Knowing what to do is the real cool. So being cool at 55 isn't leather jackets, motorcycles, or posting concert pics so your friends wish they were you. It's laughing, being clever, and not needing approval anymore. Because being cool at 55 isn't about pretending you're invincible. It's surviving life without anyone ever finding out you once wore underoos. Because if nobody brings it up, you won. You won if nobody brings up the underoos, baby. It's the little things in life. If you like this, like it. Hit like, follow, subscribe. Send your stories to spell it out, OVER, 55, WTFnow@gmail.com. The best stories you have will end up in a show. Stay cool, or better yet, stop trying to be cool. It's tough, it's expensive, and it usually don't work. My name's Tony Cincotta. You're listening to Over 55 WTF Now, Episode 3. Like it, love it, and subscribe.